birth in Smiljan, Croatia, on a dark, stormy night in July 1856.
The midwife's ominous prophecy. He will be a child of the storm.
His mother, Georgina Duca Tesla, countering confidently, "No, of light." Growing up in the house next to the Serbian Orthodox Church where his father, Milutin, served as priest. Introduction to his mother, Duca, an illiterate genius inventor of household tools. Duca managing the family and caring for her disabled mother from age 16. Tesla crediting his mother's genetics and influence for his inventive mind. Introduction to his brilliant and popular older brother, Dane. The resulting lifelong guilt and obsession to measure up to Dane's ghost. Experiencing his first peculiar affliction, vivid, involuntary visions and flashes of light. Struggling as a child to distinguish between mental images and reality. Developing the ability to transform this affliction into his greatest asset, visualization. Learning to construct, test, and run complex mechanical inventions entirely in his mind. Receiving a vision of a cloud carrying angels and his mother's face. Waking to an indescribably sweet chant confirming his mother's death in New York. Contracting severe cholera at age 17 and becoming bedridden for 9 months. His father promising Nikola could attend engineering school if he survived the illness. Recovering, attributing his revival partially to reading Mark Twain's humorous works. Entering the Austrian Polytechnic in Graz in 1875 on scholarship. Achieving spectacular success in his first year, earning the highest possible grades. Witnessing Professor Puschel demonstrate the sparking Graham DC dynamo. Young Tesla suggesting the use of alternating current, AC, to eliminate the commutator. Puschel publicly dismissing AC as an impossible idea comparable to perpetual motion. Tesla becoming intensely obsessed with solving the AC motor problem for the next 6 years. Losing his scholarship at the end of his second year due to financial strain. Turning disastrously to gambling to try and make up the shortfall. Gambling continuously for 48 hours, losing tuition and his family's savings. Dropping out of university during his third year, too ashamed to return home. His family believing he was dead for months after he vanished. A friend finally finding Tesla disheveled and playing cards in a Maribor tavern. His father tracking him down and pleading with him to stop the addiction. Tesla finally quitting gambling cold turkey through sheer force of will. Working as a draftsman in Maribor, then moving briefly to Prague. Working in Budapest, helping to build the city's first telephone exchange. The AC motor problem tormenting him constantly while he struggled to survive. Walking in a park in Budapest on a February evening in 1882. The complete design of the AC motor appearing in a sudden, brilliant flash of light. Frantically drawing the rotating magnetic field into the dirt with a stick. Arriving in New York City in 1884 with 4 cents, poetry, and his designs. Hired immediately by Thomas Edison at the Edison Machine Works. Tesla initially admiring Edison, despite the latter's lack of scientific training. The relationship rapidly souring due to Edison's rigid commitment to direct current, DC. Edison or his manager allegedly promising Tesla $50,000 to redesign the company's DC generators. Tesla laboring around the clock for months, sleeping only 2 hours nightly. Successfully redesigning the entire DC system, dramatically improving its commercial value. Tesla asking Edison for the promised $50,000 bonus. Edison reportedly laughing, claiming Tesla misunderstood American humor. Offered a small raise instead of the bonus, Tesla quits on the spot, furious and humiliated. The genius inventor forced to dig ditches for $2 a day to survive for months. Tesla's betrayal igniting a burning determination to prove AC was the future. Catching the attention of wealthy industrialist George Westinghouse. Westinghouse immediately recognizing the revolutionary brilliance of the AC system. Westinghouse licensing Tesla's patents for $60,000 plus substantial royalties. The launch of the vicious industrial and technological conflict, the War of the Currents. The fundamental limitation of DC power, only traveling about 1 mile from its source. The economic superiority of AC, easily transmitted long distances via voltage manipulation. Bidding for the lighting contract for the 1893 World's Columbian Exposition. Westinghouse, armed with Tesla's system, winning the contract with a cheaper bid. The magnificent White City spectacle illuminated by 200,000 AC incandescent bulbs. Tesla demonstrating wireless lighting using high-frequency AC at the fair. The Niagara Falls Power Company choosing Westinghouse's AC system in 1896. Power transmitted 25 miles to Buffalo, New York, ushering in the modern electrical age. Flush with success, Tesla travels to Colorado Springs in 1899 for his next challenge. Choosing the high-altitude location for its frequent lightning storms and isolation. His goal, wireless transmission of electrical power across the entire planet. Building a massive laboratory topped with a 142-foot mast and copper sphere. Constructing the largest, most powerful Tesla coil ever built inside the lab. Signaling his assistant to initiate the momentous experiment. Powerful electrical discharges crackling from the mast, filling the air with light. Creating bolts of man-made lightning stretching over 130 feet. The thunder heard 15 miles away in the town of Cripple Creek. The experiment overloading the entire Colorado Springs electrical system. The El Paso Electric Company generator catching fire, plunging the city into darkness. Tesla returning to New York in 1900, ecstatic about his achievement. Convincing financier J.P. Morgan to invest $150,000 in Wardenclyffe Tower, a 187-foot tower on Long Island for transatlantic wireless communication and power. Tesla's secret true vision to all humanity. Guglielmo Marconi successfully transmitting a radio signal across the Atlantic, 1901. Morgan discovering Tesla planned to transmit unmeterable wireless power. Morgan immediately withdrawing all financial support for Wardenclyffe. Tesla desperately seeking new investors but finding no commercial interest. The project officially abandoned by 1906, left standing incomplete. Wardenclyffe Tower demolished in 1917 and sold for scrap to pay Tesla's debts. The failure of his life's dream crushing Tesla's financial security and morale. His eccentricities intensifying into severe obsessive-compulsive disorder. Developing a pathological fear of germs and refusal to shake hands. The extreme fixation on the number 3 and its multiples, e.g. hotel room 332-7. Demanding exactly 18 napkins to meticulously polish his silverware before meals. Maintaining a punishing schedule, claiming to need only 2 hours of sleep. The peculiar ritual of curling his toes 100 times for each foot nightly. Remaining celibate, believing romance would destroy his intense creative focus. Ignoring admirers, living as the monk of science, devoted only to invention. Finding deep companionship in the pigeons of New York City in his final decades. Nursing injured birds back to health in his luxury hotel rooms. Being evicted repeatedly due to the flocks and mess they created inside the rooms. The deep, singular bond with the beautiful white pigeon, his ultimate love. The white pigeon visiting him at his window one night, signaling its death. The pigeon emitting a powerful beam of light, convincing Tesla his life's work was over. Struck by a taxicab in 1937, refusing medical treatment and becoming increasingly immobile. Living in financial ruin on a modest pension paid secretly by Westinghouse. Dying alone in room 3327 of the New York Hotel on January 7, 1943, aged 86. A maid finding his body after ignoring the Do Not Disturb sign for 2 days. The immediate seizure of all his papers by the FBI and Office of Alien Property. The enduring mystery over the missing technical notebook marked Government. The man who lit the world died alone, penniless, and in darkness.